If you want your kegerator to have a bit more impact visually for those people that are seeing your kegerator and the things that you're serving from it, you can't go wrong with a modular font. Modular fonts are a little bit more rugged, they're a bit more durable, and there's some differences with standard shank-based fonts as to these fonts. Now we offer an array of them here at Keg King, pre-packed and ready to go for the kind of stuff that you want to do for the top of your kegerator or bar system. They're completely floodable, they can also be used with your font fans, and they're just an awesome way to showcase the beers that you have on tap or whatever beverages you're serving. So before we jump right in, I thought I'd show you the difference really quickly between a standard font with a shank compared to the modular fonts, which have the king lock fittings or quick disconnects for removing your tap. So really quickly, just to compare the two, a standard font that comes with most of our kegerator kits, if you buy a fast tap, includes a shank, which is a short shank, and it has a barb on the end of it where you attach the line that comes from the keg in the kegerator. So this sits inside here, and the tap, just like this one, simply screws into the front of the shank like this. So that is how your shank-based font looks. It's also important to know that if you were to not disconnect the keg and take off the tap, you're going to spray beer everywhere by way of the shank. But with a modular font system, you don't have to worry about that. There's a closure system that happens so that when you decide that you want to maintain your tap, you can just take it out. So before we get started with this build, there's 3 tools you're going to need to have on hand to make this easy. One's a Phillips head screwdriver, just to be able to put the standpipe on top of your bar or on top of your kegerator. The next one's the 5-in-1 tap tool that comes with these kits. It's going to help you do the tap assembly and make sure that it's nice and tight. And lastly, you're going to need a stepless clamp tool. There's only one that you're going to have to put on this single tap kit, but you are going to need that to be able to get a nice good tight seal on the beverage tubing that's going to fit to the back of the elbow barb that comes with this kit. To begin with, locate this piece of equipment here. Now if this is a T-type font, you're going to have multiples of these for double, triple, even all the way up to 5 tap systems. You'll have multiples of this piece of modular font kit here. And the next thing you're going to have to do is locate your bag of goodies here. Now in all these kits there's a bag that has all the seals and all the little extra parts. So in this case you're going to be looking for this thick black washer. It's a thick silicone black washer, and in this case you're also going to be finding one of these elbow barbs that's going to fit into here as well. So for the next bit, you got to locate a bit of the tubing. These are all pre-cut, so there's no need to cut them any further. So grab an end of the line, allow the rest of it to kind of uncoil away from it. Take the line, push it through this part here so that it comes out. You're going to take your stepless clamp, drop it over the line. You're going to take the line and jam this barb down into the line, and it's soft enough line that it does just push right through. And the next thing you're going to do is take this stirrup on it and just tighten that into place. That'll give you a nice tight seal on that tubing, and that's going to allow you to put this elbow barb now back into place inside of that fitting. So you'll see that the flat disc of that will sit nice and flat and flush up against the back. Then you're going to locate that thick washer, put that on top of it. And now the last part of this is to locate your king lock fitting with the 3/4 inch threaded portion on the end of it. All you have to do with this is screw it into place. Now get it good and tight, and you can finish it with a spanner, but that's what you need to do to create that seal there. Now that barb is sitting nice and flat at the back of that port, and the washer is holding the king lock fitting nice and tight seal between that barb and the king lock fitting. Locate the standpipe. Now if you have a single tap modular font all the way up to a 5-tap modular font, it'll be T-type and you'll only have one standpipe. If you've gotten the 6-tap modular font, it'll be a soccer goal font. It will have 2 standpipes and 2 elbows, and then a whole bunch of these 2-inch Tri-Clover fittings that have the tap port in them. So the next thing you need to do, standpipe, locate in your bag of goods one of the double beaded 2-inch Tri-Clover seals and drop that on top. Now we're going to run the line down into the standpipe. And you can just hold that seal into place and move the line through it like this until you finally get to enough where you can hold the standpipe up and make the join between the 2 parts. Now, you're going to need to find a 2-inch Tri-Clover clamp from your equipment box. Tri-Clover clamps are going to hold together these 2 pieces. In this case, I'm going to orient the clamp end to the back. Then you just simply tighten it into place and a good tight seal to hold those 2 pieces of equipment together. If you have a T-type font, you're going to have 2 end caps, one for either side of the T. In the case of the single tap modular font, you only have the one on top. Locate another clamp and locate another 2-inch Tri-Clover seal. Put that into place on the top. Put the clamp or the end cap on top of the 2-inch Tri-Clover fitting. Then get your 2-inch Tri-Clover clamp. Now the last portion of this is to get our tap set up. So locate the King Lock adapter and locate your Ultra Tap, which is the type of tap that comes with all of these modular font kits. So you'll fit the adapter to the back of the tap just like that. And then locate your handle, which is located in the box of equipment as well. There's a variety of handles that are available for all the tap systems that you have or whatever tap handle you're into. We have long ones, there are ball type ones, there are colored ones, wooden ones. You can find tons of different tap handles out there, and you can even custom build your own. But all of these kits come with the long, slender black handles like this one. Now the last thing you have to do in order to make this a complete kit and a complete font is just push that into place until it clicks. And now, using a spanner, you're going to tighten up everything, including the back of the tap, onto the adapter. So using your tap tool, which you'll find in your handy bag of tricks, you'll locate that little nub on the side of it. Put that into the holes at the back on the tap adapter, and then you're going to tighten it into place so it's a nice tight seal. So now, other than this, there are the screws that will mount this to the top of your bar. But before you would put anything on, again, locate your bag of tricks, and in there you'll find the base, which is going to help seal the modular font to your kegerator or to the top of the bar. So just run that all the way through your line, and then the holes on this will line up with the holes on the base of the modular font. So that's what that's going to look like when it's in place. So the other nice thing with these kits is that we've actually given you some ball lock disconnects that go with them. So on your beverage line, if you're using 19-liter Cornelius ball lock kegs, you can simply locate one of the black liquid disconnects, and then you'll find that inside that disconnect package there is a MFL DM fitting. These are really great push fittings. We love these. They have fantastic abilities, very reliable push fitting. Now if the end of your line is nice and straight cut, all you have to do to make the connection is simply push it into place. And once that's in place, it's a nice tight join. this can now be the liquid connection to your single tap modular font on your new modular font kit. So you'll have disconnects for each tap and gas disconnects as well for the gas line that we've given you for these kits as well. You can choose any of these tap systems. They're very reliable. You'll have them for years. They're all stainless steel construction, and because they allow you the ability to remove the tap for maintenance, it just makes it easier. They've also got a lot more impact visually than some of the standard fonts that are out there, and they're just so much easier to maintain because of the Tri-Clover fittings. So the beauty of modular fonts is that you can maintain the tap systems without having to unplug the keg. And then you can just plug it back in and keep going. So that's it. That's your modular font package from Keg King. How to put them together, it's very simple and they're long lasting. You're gonna have this font for a long time. It's gonna have impact visually for the people that are coming to drink your beverages at your place. Thanks for watching, brewers. We'll see you next time.